Hello friends and welcome back to the Mothership. Today we're going to answer the age-old question of whether or not you can make delicious smoky barbecue on your propane grill. Now obviously a propane grill can cook low and slow, right? I mean, you just turn the knob down, make it low, and then you cook it slowly. But what we want here is some smoke. And usually when we're doing combustion, we're using wood chips on our charcoal grill or we're burning pellets. But we are going to use a smoke box. Now you can also use a pellet tube if you want, but a smoke box allows us to do wood chips or wood chunks. When Monument Grills sent me my propane grill that we're going to use today, I asked them to throw in one of these boxes as well because I was interested in trying out this on our machine. But what we want to do is open her up and fill it with some wood chunks. Now, there is a whole bunch of different opinions out there on the internet. Some people say you absolutely need to soak them first. I am not in that camp. I don't ever smoke my wood chips. What you do want to do is make sure that you don't overcrowd it. Overcrowding it is just going to not let enough oxygen get to it, and it's not going to get the right kind of smoldering that we want. So just lightly fill it up. We can always add more, guys. That looks okay to me. I don't want to fill it up all the way to the brim. Like I said, we want oxygen. What I'm going to do now is put this onto the grill. It's going to go directly next to a lit burner on high heat. That way I'm going to get the ignition on here, and then we can really dial in the temperature once this is already starts to smoke. But we'll talk about that and different zones of cooking and all that when we get out to the grill. Right now, next to a burner, high heat, then we'll come back. And we have ignition. You can see that this is smoldering. So what I want to do is I want to put this underneath this grate. Obviously having two gloves would have been ideal. Now our target temperature on here is about 250 degrees on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to have most of the heat come from this side. If we need to, we can turn this on very low, but have this one on high, adjust this one low or off if needed, and then our food is going to go on the right side. So that way the smoke isn't going to come up underneath it, but the heat is over here, and this side's cooler. That way we're going to get the two zones, and we're going to have the indirect low and slow that we're looking for. Now I really want to taste the smoke on these suckers, so we are just going with the tried and true SPG. We're going to get our rack of ribs. And like I said, we are going to put it on the opposite side from the heat. And the temperature we're looking for is about 250 to 300, somewhere in there. 250 is my target. We'll come back if we need a spritz, but I'm gonna let it do its thing and monitor the temperatures. Side note, it's pretty cool. You can see the meat right through the window here. 2 hours in, and we are at an internal of about 170. One problem with this glass here is it makes a nice mirror, so you guys can see me standing by my camera. That's not fun. Anyway, so our smoke box, I can still see a little bit of wood in there, still smoldering, but I think at 2 hours, we're at the point where we might have to refill it. Don't really have any bark set. I didn't put a lot of stuff on here, but it's not quite set yet. We still have quite a ways to go, I think, at least 2 more hours. I'm gonna refill this and probably continue to put smoke on here through the entire cook, but realistically, after about 3 or 4 hours, you could probably stop doing this and just run it low and slow till the end. But right now, just keep monitoring. Hi, guys. About 4.5 hours in, guys, and these are definitely done. Grab them from the side, we do my favorite test, which is the flapper test. Yeah, that's done. Those are complete. Time to pull them off, get inside. You can let them rest in a cooler or your toaster oven or anything like that at low temperature if you want to, or you can eat into them. I definitely recommend letting them rest for at least 20 minutes, and then we will see just how smoky and delicious they are. Now 4.5 hours is definitely on the shorter side for me when I expect ribs, guys. I usually expect about 5 or 6, but that Monument grill was running smooth at 275 basically the entire way. So these came out a little bit faster. Now we had that smoker box sitting underneath there, pumping out smoke the entire time. Looking at these ribs, guys, the smoke ring is pretty small. We're looking at, I don't know, maybe 2 millimeter. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's definitely on the smaller side. That doesn't necessarily mean we don't have the good smoke. It just means that, you know, the environment wasn't conducive to get that smoke ring. But what really matters is the flavor. That's all that we really care about. We just did salt, pepper, garlic on these, so they are pretty much just a blank canvas to take on some smoke so we can really taste it if it's there. Let's find out. First of all, these are really good ribs. Honestly, very good low and slow flavor. Everything is really melty. Great ribs. And guess what? You can absolutely taste smoke on here. I ran applewood chips the entire time, and you can definitely taste some smoke on there. Like, it is pretty significant. It's not the level that I get with my big chunks on the kettle, but it's there. It's absolutely there. If you're interested in putting out some smoke on your propane grill, this is the way to do it. You could absolutely use a smoke tube filled with pellets. I use that when I'm doing my sausages and I don't want them to be hot smoked, I want cold smoked. But this smoke box that Monument sent me, really nice box. I really like the way that it's laser cut out of it, but it does a really good job, clearly, with smoke chips. You could absolutely use a smoke tube filled with pellets. I do that pretty extensively when I'm doing sausages. Basically, if I want a cold smoke and I don't want heat, I'll just toss it into a cold grill with a whole bunch of pellets in there, let it on fire, and it'll get a whole bunch of smoke onto my sausages. So I think it's pretty obvious, guys. The answer to the question, can you smoke using a propane grill? Yeah, if you have a smoke box or a pellet tube, absolutely. Now, I don't have the smoke ring that I usually get with my other types of barbecue, but you know what? The flavor is all that matters, and this is delicious. But I'd love to hear from you guys down below. Do you do a lot of smoking on your propane grill? Let me know if you do anything differently. I'd love to hear from you. But most importantly, I'd love for you guys to cook something absolutely fantastic. And I'll see you on the next UFO barbecue. Bye-bye.